Action.
Hello everybody, this is a video that I'm going to be making for my new channel, talking about things that's going on around the world that I find interesting. Pretty much today the topic is domestic violence. It's my topic today because it's one of the most crippling things that's facing a lot of our women today here in the United States of America. It's a really big problem across, not only in the United States, but across the entire world. Alright? I'm just out here just sharing my opinions and my views and stuff on it like that, and just what I think about the whole entire situation. Now, before we start, let me get some things clarified. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Marcus Gentry. I'm private first class, serving in the United States Army National Guard, 2nd 107th Cav, based out of Lebanon, Ohio. I'm a 19 Delta Cavalry Scout, for all of you who don't know that. And domestic violence is something that I really find to be a really big problem. Now, let me also clarify that I'm in no way a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I don't have a degree in what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm not trying to say that I have a degree in what I'm talking about. I'm just sharing my own personal opinion on what I feel about this whole entire thing to you all, okay? Now, let's jump right into this. Domestic violence is something that's a really big problem, like I said before, here in the United States and all across the world. I see it way too much, and it pisses me off something fierce. It pisses me off because those same women who are being abused, I know for a fact are much stronger than they actually think. Ladies, there's a personal message to you, alright? You are a lot stronger than you might actually think that you are, okay? Women in general are, alright? All through our lives, we've lived in a chauvinistic society that put women up to a certain standard that they have kind of almost accepted on their own, is how they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do. We've been raised to know that women are supposed to do the cooking, women are supposed to be submissive, women this, women that. Here's what I say. I say it's 2014, and I say that you should say it's 2014, and fuck that shit. There are women now, as we speak, fighting in wars, building technology that's literally changing the face of the planet, changing history. There are women who are at the very momentum of history right now, doing amazing things here in the United States and all across the world, okay? We've evolved from that way of thinking, but most men haven't. And unfortunately, as much as it is to both my dismay and many people out there, a lot of women haven't evolved past that either, okay? I see it every single day. Women who let their spouses, their boyfriends, their children just mistreat them, hit them, abuse them, do all these things to them. And it bothers me. Why does it bother me? Because it doesn't need to happen. Okay? I know what a lot of people are going to say. Okay? It's more complicated than that. It's more complicated than simply getting help. It's more complicated than simply stopping or whatever. But in reality, it's not. Okay? You're a strong and competent female. You shouldn't let anybody take advantage of you. You shouldn't let anybody put their hands on you. I seen a story, okay, on Dr. Phil. It was a girl who was talking about how her husband literally put her in so much fear. When he tells her what to do, she does it, even when he's not there. Even when he's not there, she does what he says. It's amazing to think that somebody can have so much power and control over somebody. Somebody can have so much power and control over somebody's life. Okay? That's absolutely amazing to me. Alright? Here's what I have to say. Here's what I'd have to say to that. Why? Why are you letting him do it? Okay? If a guy is hitting on you, stab his ass. If a guy is threatening your life or your kids, shoot him. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? A guy is not fucking stronger than a 9mm bullet. Alright? I know that most women will take somebody and they're so frightened and they're so afraid. They're so fucking afraid of this guy to the fact where they almost build him up into something that he's not. They build him up into kind of a god almost. Like, even if I leave, he'll somehow be able to magically find me or magically hurt me or something like that. That's not fucking true. That same guy who's kicking, who's beating your ass and stuff every day, he's just a person. He's just a human. He's a human, just like you, just like me. Okay? He has 2 eyes, 2 lungs, 1 heart. He still fucking bleeds. Alright? He's not fucking immortal. He still fucking bleeds. Alright? We have a saying in the army. If it bleeds, you can kill it. He fucking bleeds. Okay? You have to be able to stand up for yourself. You have to be able to stand up to a bully. This is just like school, okay? Remember when you guys went to school and shit and you had a bully, what did your parents tell you? Fucking, if you don't fucking stand up to him right now, right here and now, he's gonna be fucking doing that shit to you all year. If you don't stand up to him right now, he's gonna be doing that to you all year. He's gonna be fucking with you all year. Why is he gonna be fucking with you all year? Because he knows that you will let him. People who domestically abuse people can only do it to people who allow them. Not saying it's your fault, but quintessentially, if you're being abused, it's because you're allowing yourself to be abused. Okay? You're letting yourself be abused. Alright? Now, for some people, alright, they're gonna argue with you, well, you know, my situation is difficult. Alright? I can't get out of my situation. Alright? You don't understand. You know, I have kids with this guy, or I have this, or I want him to change, or something like this. Well, first, let me answer the whole entire kids thing. Okay? When you say something to me like, hey, I'm staying for my kids, that shit pisses me off. Your kids are smarter than you think. Alright? Even at a young age. 10 years old and up, your kids are fucking smarter than you think. You're not doing that kid a service by staying with somebody who beats the hell out of you. What you're doing is you're teaching that kid that that kind of behavior is okay. Because this guy's doing it and there's no repercussions behind it, so I guess if I do it, there's not going to be any repercussions behind it. Also, it's going to only make them resent their father, not respect their father. Because they're going to look at him like, wow, you kicked my mom's ass. I fucking hate you. And it's only going to make them grow further and further and further apart from their father, not get closer to him in some weird way. Also, if you're staying for your children's sake, again, you're not staying for your children's sake, alright? They'll be just fine being raised by just you. If you can't do it financially, I can understand that. Find some way that you can, alright? But get out of that situation. It's really fucking important. Alright? Now, some other people would argue, okay, it's my living situation. You know, this guy pays the bills. This guy, I have a roof over my head while I'm in here. I gotta stay. No, you don't. Your life is more important than any of that shit. There are places that you can go. Family members that you can talk to. If you can't fucking talk to them, I guarantee you, as a woman here in the United States, there are so many agencies that you have to fucking go to. Just look online. There's a laundry list of places that will help you out with anything that you need. So again, that's just an excuse. Now for the ultimate excuse. Creme de la creme. I'm staying because I love him. I think he'll change. I want him to change. Let me tell you this from experience. Motherfuckers do not change. They don't. You're wasting your time. It's an absolute waste of time. Okay? It's an absolute waste of time. If he loved you, he wouldn't hit you. That's obvious with anyone. If you love something, you don't harm it. Okay? I don't give a fuck what his bullshit reason is. I don't give a fuck why he's saying he's doing it. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Alright? If you love me, you wouldn't hit me. And you need to make that clear to him. Also, like I said, motherfuckers don't change. They don't. They really, really, really don't. Or the change isn't worth it. Okay? Alright? If you continue to place yourself in a memory of what once was, and you're trying to use that to kind of rekindle what you once have, what you once had, you're wasting your time. Because that was what was. This is what is. Okay? Don't live in the past thinking you can somehow make him into that man again, because he's obviously not that man anymore. Alright? As hard and as harsh as it sounds, he's changed. He's different. He's an asshole. Alright? When I was talking about earlier about everybody bleeds and stuff like that, I'm not trying to say go out and hurt anybody. Alright? Because some people can't comprehend to do that kind of thing. Some people can't bring themselves to do that kind of thing. But what I am trying to say is you need to make it very prevalent to that person who's hurting you that, hey, I'm not going to allow this to happen. Usually those kind of people are not used to being told no, or that they can't, or that, hey, there's consequences for your action. You need to show this person that there's consequences for their action. That they're not going to be able to get away with hurting you like that. That way, they won't think that they can get away with hurting you like that. And usually this starts early on. Like I said, it goes back to the bully thing. You have to show that bully right here and there that you're not going to put up with this. And I guarantee you, they're not going to do it anymore. Okay? The reason why they're fucking with you is because you're not giving them a reason not to. They're fucking with you because they know you won't fuck with them back. They're fucking with you because they know you're not going to do shit to them back. Generally, people who beat on women are pussies. I'm not going to fucking lie to you. Because they can't win a fight against a dude. Or they do it because they know they can do it. You need to make him think the latter. You need to show him, no, you can't do it. And if you do it, there's going to be repercussions. When I say repercussions, I'm not talking about calling the police. He's used to you calling the police. I'm not talking about putting him out. He's used to you putting him out. I'm talking about telling him, hey, if you do this to me, I'm going to fight you back. Most people don't want the time. Most people don't want the time. They don't want the time for you to fight them back. Okay? Because they're not looking for a fight. They're looking for an easy target. That's what they're looking for. Alright? If I have with me a knife, and let's say I'm a female. I know, hard to imagine. But if I have with me a fucking knife, alright? Guy comes up to me, starts wanting to hit on me and shit. You know what I'm gonna show him? Hey guy, do that shit again, I'm gonna fucking stick you. Do that shit again, I'm gonna fucking shoot you. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care how scary you are. A 9mm bullet works the same. You don't need skill in order to use it. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to be very smart. A 9mm bullet in your ass is gonna kill you. If you bleed, you're dead, motherfucker. Alright? That goes for that guy. Okay? What I'm trying to say in short, I know it just seems like I'm rambling, and this is my first video, so give me some leeway, alright? I know it just seems like I'm rambling. This is just something that really gets me steamed up, but in short, what I'm trying to say is you have to show this person that, hey, no means no. Okay? You gotta be stern with no. Now, this doesn't mean use violence, but the point of what I'm trying to prove is you need to be extremely drastic about what it is that you're doing. Okay? Extremely drastic. Don't let this person get away with it. Don't let this person, don't give off any hint that you're what this person thinks you are. Weak, easy to intimidate. And that they'll get away with it if they do to you. You have to show them they're not going to get away with it if they do it to you. In closing, the last thing that I'm going to say, you're stronger than you think. Humans in general have survived impossible things that we would see as impossible. Okay? We've done some magnificent stuff. Women have done magnificent stuff. You're beautiful. Okay? You're strong. And you can be liberated. It's simple and easy. It just starts with you. You have to do it yourself. If you have low self-esteem or something like that, or if somebody's giving you low self-esteem, I can give you all the compliments in the world. I can make all the sweet gestures to you in the world, but it begins in here. You have to have the confidence in yourself to do some of the things that I'm talking about. You have to have the confidence in yourself to not let this person do this. Don't let them ride on your low self-esteem. You get your self-esteem back, and you show it to them. And I guarantee if you show it to them, they won't do it anymore. Why? Because they can't. Person can only fuck with you if you let them. So, thank you for listening. If you did listen, this was a rant, and I know it was a rant. It was all over the place, and it was extremely messy. My next videos that are going to be coming out are going to be a little more well thought out, but I'm just trying to get something out there right now. If you want to talk to me, meet me, Facebook. I'm going to post those things in the description below. So, thank you for listening, and be liberated. Be happy.